Hello everyone and welcome back to Little Black Homes on the Prairie. I'm Courtney and today we're going to talk about teaching from areas of weakness. So get settled and let's jump in. All right, so today we're talking about teaching from areas of weakness. For me, one of those areas is art. I am afraid of art. It scares me. I have never taken a formal art class. In high school, I went to the counselor's office because I needed to change a class because art had been put on my schedule, and the teacher said, or the counselor said, okay, what's the problem? Why can't you take art? And I said, you don't understand. Like, there's no way I can take an art class. I will fail it. And she said, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and leave it on the schedule. It will be fine. And I started crying and I begged her to take it off, and she did. So when I say that I'm afraid of art, I truly am. Now, I enjoy looking at art. I love looking at photographs. I really enjoy looking at watercolors. I think they're amazing, but to do art myself is incredibly intimidating. Saying all that, of course, I have a child who loves art. She's always coloring, painting, drawing, cutting things up, putting stickers on things. And my first child, he had no interest in art. I would get crayons out, coloring books. Absolutely not. He was not going to color. He was not going to draw anything. So I thought, cool, no problem. I offered it. He rejected it. Let's move forward. But my daughter, she's a different story. If I don't know where she is, I can always find her in her room coloring something. So art is the area that I have to work on because it's what she needs. It's what she craves all the time. And so let's talk about, how do you teach when it's an area that you don't feel comfortable teaching? Maybe you're intimidated by it. You don't know how to do it well, but how do you teach your child? Because it's something that they actually need. Even though it's not part of maybe a core curriculum for her, I can see she gets so much joy from it. So I've been trying to figure out what I can do to help her. So first thing is, yes, I am intimidated by art. And the best thing I can do is be honest with her and say, you know what? Mommy doesn't really know how to do this, but we're gonna learn together. I think that being honest helps kids so much because they can see that you're vulnerable, you're not perfect. I don't know how to do this very well. Maybe I don't excel in this area, but because this is important to you, I'm gonna do my best to figure out how to do it and have a good time doing it. So that's the first thing. I'm looking at my notes just so I can stay on track. Okay, then the second thing is, it's okay to outsource, okay? There is a website called Deep Space Sparkle, and it's a former art teacher. She has a couple different options. She has a free option. You can sign up for a monthly newsletter, and then she has another option on her page where you can just scroll through and basically choose categories based on either your child's grade, or I think you can choose the length of time that you can spend on a project. And so we've done that, and you can also choose themes. So that's been a great resource. And then she has an art club that we have not participated in, but maybe we'll do it when she's a little bit older. The next thing is gathering resources that you can actually use. So once again, there are a million learn how to draw books. I have been on Amazon, I've ordered books. There was one book that was like, guaranteed, teach your child how to draw. I got the book, I was flipping through it, and I was at a loss. Like, I don't even understand what's happening. I don't understand how to draw these grids, these curves. It was beyond me. So I decided, you know what? I need to make sure that when I get a resource, that it's a resource I can understand. Just because it's a resource doesn't mean that it's the best one for me. So this little book, it's called Portraits. Now this is by Scholastic. It's part of their first Discovery books. They still make these books, but they don't have the same format. So it's the same series, but it's gonna look different if you order a new one. This one is old. I got this one from the thrift store. Anyway, so what it is an interactive style book. So you have the book, the information, but then it's like a shine the light book. So you're gonna end up seeing, I don't know if you can see like the stained glass there. So this book is interesting because it shows different styles of art. Okay, and then it has these clear sheets that form something on the other page and they come around. Okay, so this is my level. This is something I can get into. I can sit down with her, we can look at this together, we can talk about the artist, we can talk about the types of art, and I can understand it. Because when you start talking about impressionists and I don't know what the other kinds are, but once again, it's beyond me. So this is a resource I can get behind. The second thing that always helps me is a good book. This is a children's book. The title is Linnea in Monet's Garden. I remember this book from when I was a child. This is the 25th anniversary edition. So when I was a kid, my mom used this book, and this is going to be one of the resources we use this spring because, one, we're going to be talking about gardens. We just planted some of our seeds this past weekend. We are going to be outside, and Monet is painting what he sees in his garden. So this is something that we can rally behind because it's gardens, it's nature, it's going to be history, it's art. And also I checked our local museum, and they do have a piece of work from Monet. So I'm hoping to make that a field trip as we go through. Now this book, it's a lot of reading. I'll skip through a lot of it. I'll paraphrase some of it. I'll probably just do a page or two a day, even though she really will sit down and listen to a book. So this is written a similar, kind of like a scrapbook. And so it looks like there's photographs that are added, but it's mixed in with the storyline, and notes are written on the side. So we'll use this. And then the next thing is just to follow the child. Just remembering that interests change over time. Maybe she's not going to always be interested in art, but while she is, I'm going to follow her needs. I'm going to observe, see what's sticking, what needs to change, what she's enjoying. You know, maybe she's not going to enjoy watercoloring. Maybe she's going to be more into drawing or sketching or sculpture. I don't know. But the point of the matter is, I have to keep my eyes open. I have to be willing to change based on her interest and not get so into something myself that I think, well, I put so much time into this lesson plan, or I did so much research, or I got so many books. Like, we're going to do this no matter what. Nope. No, that never works. We've all done it. We've all poured ourselves into a lesson for our kids to say, like, I'm not interested. And you can see they're not interested, but we pressed through anyway. And really, was it worth it in the end? Probably not. It hasn't been for me. So these are the things that are going to help guide our art study. One, me being honest about the fact that I'm not confident in this area, but I'm going to try. Me making sure I have resources that I can understand myself before I try to help her. Being willing to outsource and not feeling like I failed because I had to ask someone else to teach this subject to my child. And lastly, following her lead, seeing where it takes us and not being afraid to step back and let her be the teacher and me be ready just to support her and give her the supplies as she needs them. So this is the end of the video. So glad you guys watched. Please subscribe below. I will link the books that we are using, and you guys have a great day.